There we are. Okay, folks. Sorry about that weirdness. The I don't know what happened here, but looks like it's back to good as far as I can tell. So anyway, yeah, we are here in Moho. Of course, I don't know why I have slug written there. We are here in Moho, and I'm just working on a new character or two. So I'll just move over to our main monitor here and check that out. So I've got a couple of people here I'm working on, and yeah, just hang out with me while I do this, and hopefully you guys will, you know, enjoy it. Sorry about the weird delay and all the mumbling if you guys caught that. It's too late for coffee, but I'm having it anyway. All right, so let's just get in here. I need to make some eyebrows. I'm just going over this image I did. So I'm just pulling out some eyebrow lines here. I'm using my mouse because this isn't really necessary to be drawing. I could go on and turn on my smoothing and probably make this a little better, but it's okay for this kind of work, in my opinion, to do it this way. So just little bits and pieces of stuff happening here. I'm having to go over it a couple of times just because I'm not very adept with just the mouse movements. But hey, trust me, I've made things look a lot worse than this. Okay, cool. So that is our right brow. So this is what his brow looks like at this point. I'm just gonna throw a couple extra lines in here for the sake of fleshing that out. And now let's go ahead and do the other brow. I'm just gonna grab this color. Moho is taking a pause. Story of my life. All right, here we go. We're just gonna grab this brown color, make sure that we in fact have that. I'm just going to copy that in case I don't. And I'm going to come over to another layer. Yeah, I got attacked pretty bad by my own cat today. Kind of freaked out on her. She almost left the house for good. But hey, she nailed me so good. I don't know if you can see here, but I've got giant cuts on my arm here from the inside as well. And this bad boy, I've got them all over this hand and arm. You can't really see there, but got them on my feet and the back of my leg. Yeah, it's like one of those YouTube videos where the cats freak out and tear someone apart. It was kind of like that. Does that to me way too often, to be honest. So in here, we're going to go ahead and make us, it's going to create a shape here. And this should have no stroke on it, although I think it does. That's all right, because it's going to pop that in. That does not, so we're good to go. I'm going to sharpen up some of these edges. Love it when I do that. Yeah, I've got this cartoon I want to do, but I can't because my friend, who's now passed away, came up with it, him and his brother. And I'd really love to do an animation of it, an actual cartoon or even a cartoon series. But I was told by his brother long ago, the surviving brother, who was also in the same car accident with me, that he didn't want anything done with it. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. It's a really good idea. Some of the characters were based on myself and my ex-wife and some other stuff at the time, and the two brothers and some other people we knew. And thought it'd be a really cool thing to actually make. It's all goth music and, cool stuff. So it's kind of like The Crow meets Buffy the Vampire Slayer meets, tons of other things. It was sad when I couldn't do it, though. I mean, I have to respect his wishes, but still, it's like, come on, man. Come on, man. I gave him the you want to speech, and it's probably not as appropriate as it could have been. Like I said, good friend that passed away, and the brother is too. Just haven't been able to speak to him in a very long time either. And, it's just the way things are, I guess. I could use a real friend or two around my life, more often than I get to have them. Especially right now, just kind of nice. I'll try to extend a couple of these out. They look a little short, like just sort of choppy lines. We don't like no choppy lines. I'm trying to not bind these with other things around them. Getting stuff close, but not actually, welding those points together, keeping them separated. Turn off auto weld, which would probably help that scenario. Kind of funny. I'm sitting here messing with it when I could have just turned that off the whole time. All right, so that's probably okay. If you guys are watching, definitely give me a shout. Say hello. It's always nice to see somebody paying some attention, all that stuff. Before I start on the hair, I think I'm going to knock out the shirt. So I'm just going to close these up to make it a little cleaner. I think we have our, I need to put this eye together, I guess, what it looks like. This one just has the two things. Is this one masked? It is not, so that's okay. We'll get back to all of that, but I need to group this one together. Threw a new couple of objects up on the marketplace, the Real Loser Marketplace today. In the kind of the Herald world, a beer can, and he's got a walker. He's got a little side table that'll be next to his chair when I get done, and then he's got a the walker. Working on a lamp. He said with his mouth open, full of coffee. All right, let's now go. Did I do a collar back? No, I just did the layer. Let's see if I put anything on it, because now I'm worried that no, there's nothing on it, so that's cool. We can come down here. We're going to give that layer its origin point right about there. And then I will kind of draw out that. Now this is going to be not the color you're seeing, and also that last point shouldn't be there. So let's go this, something like this. I try to follow the messy lines here because I like the look. I got to remember this is the back of the collar, so we're not going to take it down probably any farther than this. But you know what? Let's go ahead and do this, though, because this will go behind the neck. So that's probably a good idea. So we have like a little, blended area there for it to be hidden with. I'm going to go in and immediately change this color. I have a color reference one here. So I'm just going to grab this and use the main color, which is the the biggest, darkest one. And then we'll give that a stroke as well, I guess. And I'll worry about all the lines and junk here shortly. Well, who am I kidding? I'm going to do it. I am. Let's undo that. Make sure we're not on auto weld. And I'm just going to throw in some of these messy lines. They will be a pain in the butt later because they are, undo that, because they are extras that will also still need to be animated every time that collar moves, but still very cool nonetheless. And let's see, let's just take that particular stroke and maybe make it a little less thick. Put this down maybe 1, maybe 1.5, just so it's a little less important. I think that is fine. I'm going to get the front of the collar first before I do those lines. So now that's the collar back. We do not want lines, though. Probably, I don't even need all of this because this is I think the collar. Let me decide here. Let's just take a couple points that I know that are not going to be involved in this piece at all because we're worried more about, way up there. Probably that one. This is just to have a dipping point, you know what I mean? And then this can be part of the back because it is the collar back. It's not the collar. Collar back, bro. She'll talk to you. She wants to hear from you. Call her back. Okay, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and hide these bottom lines that we are not going to see and we're not going to want to see. That one's hidden already. So is this one. So is this one now. We don't even need to come out that far. I'm just doing that in case. And then we need to do the collar front, but I think I'm going to do the shirt part first, the torso, and then I'll do the collar over the top of that, just to kind of do it in an order. Also, his neck can be done away with those lines coming around the front. So all of this can be turned off there for those strokes. There we go. That way they're just less distracting and less of a problem to deal with. So in front of the neck, we're going to now put another layer. And I'm going to call this guy shirt. We don't even have to put guy because this will be in a separate character anyway. Shirt. Let's put torso because that's what it's going to be. And we're only going to do the torso, not the arms yet. And I'm going to do this so that if our collar, reveals the torso, then we don't have to worry about any of that. And I will go back and put in extra points because I'm definitely not putting enough in for actually animating this. There will need to be more. That will be part of the shoulder. And I'll just bring this to here. And it's already got the color filled in on it. And as far as I know anyway, let's just double check that I did do that. And no, I didn't. Cool. So we'll turn the fill on and now it is. This is going to be going behind. This is going to be going in front of the neck. So let me fix the collar area because I forgot. So I'm just going to take the points that we've got here now, because this will all be back color here. I'm going to make sure we have like so. Let's pull this to a point there somewhere. Can add a few more to get them off the chest. Make these just part of the front. This will be part of the front collar once I get that done, so don't worry about that. And we can sharpen up anything that needs it. No viewers. Must have killed it with that initial screw up. All right. Probably had people come on and they're all, uh-oh, Sean's having a meltdown. I wasn't, but, you know. Okay, so I'm going to pull that in, and then I can add some more points around here. What is that cat's dang problem? Well, why is it only when I do this? She thinks I'm playing? I just don't get it. Okay, so this will go like so. I'm going to lift up this point just to kind of continue with that line. And, you know, it doesn't have to be exact. Like I said, it's my character, so I'm not really going to get mad at myself for anything being a certain way. Well, I might. That's kind of my nature, but, you know. I'm going to put another point right here to kind of match the other side a little bit, and then bring this line back right there. Okay, so now we need our front collar parts, and I'm wondering if I'm going to make those. I probably will make them part of the torso front. So I'm just, for now, I mean, I might change my mind. And I'm going to go ahead and draw these out like this. And I'm just going to get an overall shape here. Go ahead and continue this through as an actual extra piece like that. Then we can, of course, hide some of these edges. Don't think I wanted to hide that one, though. I will push these back in to a better place. Oh, Lord. Would you believe it? My cat's not even in heat. We got her fixed over a year ago, and all I hear is meow, 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 meow. Okay, so now I'm going to move some more of these guys around to a better spot. Sharpen that one up. Seems like lately all I do is make characters instead of animating or anything, huh? Oh well. If you don't like it, leave. Just kidding. I think this one needs to be more along those lines. Let's go ahead and sharp that one. I'll move it in, and then I will most likely, yeah, that's probably all right like that. All right, I'm sure I'll have a field day working with that later, but that's just the way it goes. Okay, so on this torso, we'll make another shape over here for the other collar on the other side. And I'm thinking I'm going to make this a piece that just does this, separate from that line at the V. Um, yeah, she's ridiculous. So this may or may not be difficult later. We'll find out for sure. But I'm going to just attach this as that piece. And I'm going to hide this edge, this edge. Gonna turn those. And like I said, I might be shooting myself in the foot, having to deal with all these overlapping edges here, but I think it'll be okay. Otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. However, I have fooled myself before, if you can believe it, and it's not pretty. So I think that's okay. And then this one will make sharp right there. I'll just control P it, and then we can add a little line at the end. This is just, I didn't want to have to do this earlier, so now we can do that now. Let's pull that down a little, and I'll worry about the thicknesses and so forth in a bit. With that, I guess now we need to go through, I'll add these lines later, but make the arms here. So I'm just going to add another vector, and I'm going to put these in front. They'll probably mostly be in front. So arm left, let's just do it first. I'm going to make it all in one piece. For now, I may do two pieces and then do a liquid shape. I don't know because I've been thinking about doing one with curver anyway. So who knows? I really like all these angular kind of shapes here. And yes, these will need more points or different placement later on, but for now they're okay here. And I definitely am going to hide these two edges and come in with our cleavature. Control P that one. We need to do the same on the torso right there. Oops, not that tool, this tool. And then back to the arm. I'm just going to double check that everything's all right. That one will go like so. Can go back in a little. All right, so there we go. Make sure I filled this in, which I probably didn't. I keep forgetting to turn on the fill. There we go, on my autofill. So that works. We'll just leave that as it is for the moment. And then I am probably, I could, I guess, take this arm layer, make a new layer, do arm right. Instead of swapping over the origin point, I can come in here to the first arm, select the lines here, the points, copy those, and then go to arm right and paste those in here. And then with those points, I can flip the points and then move it over, and my origin goes with that. I don't know if that makes sense, but there's a less messy reason that I can't think of right now. Blame McCoy Buck. All right, here we go. Just kidding. And let's put this more here. And McCoy Buck, love your videos if you ever watch anything I do, which would be really cool. All right, cool. Talk to you later. I don't know what's wrong with me either. Don't worry. Here, and there. And okay. This is all okay for the moment. All those extraneous marks I will maybe or maybe not include. We'll find out. And this can go here, a little bit of an overlap. This would be right there like this. I think that is all okay for the moment. All right, let's see where we are without hair now. He's looking pretty good. I can adjust these line widths quite a lot. There's also this right here that needs an edge, which I am assuming this is going to be collar back possibly. Let's see. Yep. Collar back, bro. Okay, and then I'm going to sharp that corner. No, I did not say sharp. And there we go. All right, I think that's pretty good. This line is weird, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it and put it behind the neck there for now. We're going to put others there as well. Let's see what else. That looks like it's separated a little. So on the torso, or is it the arm? Definitely the arm. I'm just going to pull that bad boy over. All right. And all right, I think that's cool except for the line width. So let's go ahead and play with those a little bit. So I'm going to grab shapes now and up these line widths to at least to 2 or 3. That one probably gets a 3, being an outside edge. God, I'm going to just wring that cat's neck. This one also would get a 3. See, on the top, I'd give her and spray her with the water bottle just to get her to stop. I don't know if that's bad, but, you know, it's harmless. But I get that annoyed with that kind of thing. So 3, I just do. This is also here. That's a 3. And then we'll go to back, collar back. And this one will be getting a 3. And I think that's okay for all of that for now. That I can live with. Let me check this arm. I'm thinking for some reason this left arm still doesn't have it. And it does. So, nope, we're good. All right, so now in here we'll go in, I guess, and work with some of this hair, which I'm not really looking forward to. And if you guys are watching, say hey. I'm going to go and steal my hair color here. Just the middle brown there, probably. And now I'm just going to come in and block out certain parts of this. I'm going to go ahead and put this above the brows for now, even though those will probably come up in front of the hair at some point. I'm going to put hair top. This will be just the front hair top area. And then I'll go put a lot of this other stuff. But you know what? Let's do the hair back first. Hang on. And I'm going to put this on the top while I make it, and then I will go and put it to the back when I'm done. It's just something that I do. It's going to kind of give this a little bit of a shape toward the bottom. And this is just really a big brown spot that fills in the back if the head gets turned. And we can always make this any shape that we want or need if that's the case. So I'm going to just put this there. It did not give me the fill, so we're going to throw that on. And now we can take that. I'm going to make sure this also has a 3, which it has a 3. And I'm going to pull that all the way to behind the head at least. And possibly behind the neck, but I guess we don't have to. It should go also behind the ears. And I think other than that, yeah, I think that's all good. Unless we get from a weird angle and it needs to be behind the neck also, I don't think we will need to do that. And I mean, these characters are going to be pretty much front, side, back, you know, standard for the most part, depending upon what I do with them. These could be, I don't know, the new ghost hunting characters. Maybe these characters move into a place and realize it's haunted, so they decide to get into witchcraft. Who knows? So now when I do the front hair, I don't have to worry as much. There will probably be another patch I'll have to throw in for like side hair if he turns completely to one side or the other. But, you know, that's what it is. All right, so I'm going to start lower, I guess, and I'm going to go back up to, let's go above the brows in case, and I'm just going to say hair low right. And that's his right, of course. And this is just the not the stringy hairs, but just the big blocky parts. So I'm just going to kind of come in and get these chunky bits. And yeah, to some degree, I could do this with the freehand tool, but I am definitely not going to have as much control. It's going to be a lot messier looking. And in a way, that's always cool, but I don't think for this I want to do that. So like you see, I'm just getting chunks, the big chunky parts of the hair. And now that I think about it, not that point. There we go. Something like this. For that stuff that goes around here. This is just the color fill in. So I will be removing that stroke. Wish that wasn't the only one. And we'll do like so. And I'm going to move that point back because that is not where I want that one. Okay, so now we'll go in and fix the curves a bit. These are all very roundy. She is really bugging today. Okay, do it here. I used to be a cat person. I don't think I am anymore. I think I have finally burned out. I'm an animal person for sure, but I would wish no ill will, or I have no ill will or anything toward any animals, but I'm not so sure I'm a cat person anymore. I think it's time to go back to a little chihuahua or something. No matter how anyone protests, that's just something in my side of life that I think I might have to do. Or no animal at all. You know, I mean, they can make you happy, but holy Lord, they can do the opposite if they really try. And they don't try all that hard. They really don't need to. I love them all, but holy Lord, maybe it's like kids. Maybe I'm just not cut out for it anymore. I don't know. All right, so now I'm going to take this, make sure it has its fill as well. And that one is in front, so that's looking pretty good. It just needs all the small hair strokes. We'll do the same thing. And I'm just going to do sides instead of low and high. So I'm going to go hair left. And I'm going to put low just because it's side, you know, and just kind of keep with my naming here. Let me just fix my naming convention. left. And we'll do the left one now. Yeah, she got her daddy quite angry today. And I don't like being that angry about anything. I would never hurt the cat, obviously, but I say when you're attacked and you're bloody and medically it's dangerous for you, and I just don't like being angry to begin with. I just starting to wonder what the happiness rating is on cohabitating with a cat. I know there's plenty of people who be like, oh, not a cat. And there's plenty of people like, oh, they're awesome. Well, they are. I've had many awesome ones in my time. This one is different. I will have to say, she is definitely different. She's probably listening to me right behind me and glaring or feeling bad, because that's the guilt trips I get every day too from the cat. I just don't want to feel that way, I don't want to feel bad because I don't want to be cut to ribbons and bleed and have to worry about it in the middle of the night every single night. Every single night. So that's my tale of woe about cats. It's a real slow night on the internet tonight. Where is everybody, huh? Have I offended anybody recently? I got to clarify. Recently. Yeah, I'm just pulling out some of these curves to make sure the curvature is where and how it should probably be. Probably used a few too many points on this, but I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead now to do the fill, turn the fill on. It already has it. It just hasn't been turned on. And now I'm wondering why this has two separate bits here. Let me turn off the right. That is not that. Let me see. Do I have another? I must have a line separation here somewhere. So I'm going to go through and see if any of my lines are broken. They've got to be for it to not be selecting all the way through. So now I'm going to come in and select it to find out where that could be. So right here and right here at the bottom. So that is not selecting on this side, which is just weird. So I probably have this line either on another layer. Maybe it's on the hair back or something. I don't think so. So yeah, this happens sometimes, and then I can't figure out, where that separation is. Like something got made into a shape and something didn't. So I have to either remove the shape or go remake the shape, which is totally easy, but let's just try that. So it's selected, but look, there's a shape only on that side. So with this, we're going to do both. And I'm going to say create. I'm going to come back over here and see. You see our stroke is separate now, which is weird. If I turn it off, so I mean there's two of them there. I can already tell you. So if I turn off my fill, we have this other stroke that's here that I cannot select. Let's go back into, turn this off. It's all on that same layer. So I'm going to try selecting this one And if I do that, does it kill everything? It probably does. Go back to shape, and yes, so we're going to undo that. I'm going to try and find this. Delete. Delete. Go back to my... Okay, I'm going to remake the shape, I guess, because I cannot figure out for the life of me where that must be separated. So that's okay. We can just remake it with a single shape now, like that. We're going to use both. We'll say okay. I'm not sure why it went that way, but it did. And now we're good to go. Okay, so there's 2 parts without strokes. Yeah, you guys make sure if you're watching, like, subscribe, and do all that, because I need to say that, and it helps, you know. So hair top, just going to do one whole. I know I'm going to regret that. We're going to do hair top, and I'm going to make multiple shapes, obviously. So let's say this bunch is one shape. So I'm just going to come down through the middle, somewhere like this. Remember, this is just like color fill is the only way I'm going to think about it. Not about hairs, just blocky shapes where the color needs to be. I know I'm being slightly haphazard about this, but there's a little bit of solidity there that I'm probably not going to want later, but I think it's going to be fine. Just going to start control P'ing some of these that are sharper than others. All right. If you're waiting on something that I've made for you, or I'm going to make for you, or I'm in process or whatever, I will get that ASAP. Don't worry. Lots of stuff obviously has been happening, and I'm trying to always play catch up. But it's all good. Everybody gets their stuff, and everything's always works out in the end. There's that piece on top of that one in the same layer, though. I'm going to make another shape here. Our auto weld is turned off, which is exactly how it needs to be. I'm just going to go ahead and come up as though this is a shape and not just a stroke. It's a little wider than the other. These are mostly supposed to be strokes, but yeah, I do what I want. Trying to give it some kind of base to the color. And then I'll just come around like this. Go ahead and peak some of these. Again. There we go. Definitely those ones in the bottom. I think that works. I probably made too many points, but can always delete them if we need to. There we go. I think that's fine. All right. Round that out a little bit, I guess. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the fill. Just turning it on. And then this last chunk here will probably be behind this hair top. So I'm going to make I'm not going to actually do that. I'm going to leave that on, and I'll just take this one and drop it as a lower shape in the same layer. So just making sure we're somewhere correct, somewhere close. Just going to bring this one here. Just get up in there. Now see, that one might have that same issue where it's going to have two shapes. That's okay, because I'll just delete the one again and go back and refill it, but it seems to be okay. That one just connected without a problem. At least I hope. I haven't filled it in yet, so I could be talking out my yu-ya, yin-yang, yappity-yap. I don't know what in the world words I just said. It's okay. Nobody else does either, so I'm probably safe. All right, like this. How's that training going?
What?
You know, that plan we started today?
What are you talking about?
Oh, just all that crunching. That's going to help. All right, so this does have the same issue. So I'm going to go ahead and fill it just the same. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to select one of these, this shape here, if I can, which it doesn't seem like I can. There we go. I'm going to delete that one. I'm going to turn this one, the stroke on for that one, and it should give it to me all the way around. This one, though, once again, if we can, I'm going to turn this off again, leaving this one on that I can now delete. So that seems to be a way to deal with that. Okay, cool. I think that works. So now I'm going to take this hair top layer, that one here, and this one in the draw order is going to be lowered to the back. Then this one will have to be lowered. Oh, okay, it's fine. As long as these are below that one, it's all good. So never mind. I'm going to go back and put those other lines in later, but I think for the most part, that's my dude. He looks pretty decent. I think I might need to hide this one of these lines, probably that one right there. Let's just go ahead and see if that helps, which I think it does. Right there. And let's turn this back off, seeing, yeah, that looks pretty good like that. So he'll get all of his other lines, highlights, and whatever else is going to be happening. I'm going to go ahead now and do group this together as a man for now. That way he's in a single layer. Obviously this can be, you know, stuck somewhere here. All of these really need their origins put back to where they normally are. It's brow left, brow right. And all these ones on the inside of these groups also need to be redone as far as where their origins are. It just helps things be organized and not so cluttered, but also when and if you need to pivot things, it's really important to have these at least close to where they're supposed to go. The head's kind of works like a pivot point, but we're using bones anyway. But like I said, if you need to move these in any way, graphically, layer-wise, etc., it's just smart to do. So the arm, I always put these at the joints that they're going to start from. Torso will just stick down there. He doesn't have a full body at this point. Don't know that he will. Neck, I'm just going to use it at the base of the neck. And the collar back will already have it. So, yeah. This is the guy at the moment. No rigging, just our dude. And I'm going to go up to that top layer. There's our layer for him. We can turn that off. And I guess we can't, but if we select something else, we can. So I'm going to go and select my back image, and you'll see there's my dude. That'll be my screenshot for this. And cool. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. There's a lot more left to do. Thank you, Madi. Appreciate it. Sorry I'm going to be getting out, but appreciate you coming in and checking it. I don't know how much you've seen. This guy still needs all of his details, little bits of coloring, shading, and then the rigging. And, he goes with this woman here. So cool. There we are. Thanks for watching and have a nice evening.